In this part of the tutorial, we will export the raster and vector data that we created in GraphGIS into a format that can be viewed and analyzed in other GIS software. So to do that, uh, you go to File, Export Raster Map. When you come to export raster map, you see that the context menu appears on its side. You have different raster formats that you can export as ASCII, grid export, ASCII XYZ, uh, grid ATB, MATLAB, raw binary, MPEG, PNG, PPM, PPM, POV. All of these are formats that you can export your generated maps, raster maps as. But I'm interested in exporting in common export formats. Common export format is basically supported by the GDAL uh, database. You have r.out.gdal. This format can be opened in any GIS application, whether it's QGIS, ArcGIS, EDAS Imagine. All of these GIS software can open any map stored in this common export format. So you click on that. It brings up a pop-up window that enables you to export the data. First, you have to select the appropriate raster data that you want to export. I want to export, well, if we were to start from the beginning, which were the first ones we created. Let's see the ones that will go. The landforms, BB. I want to export that. So you select that, and you have to now browse to the location where you want it to save. So name of output raster file. I just copy the name here. I want to just I don't want to type in. So you browse to output. Yes, this is the output. This is basically the raster folder I was working with. So you click on the output, and then of course the name, you type in the name, but I'm retaining the name I used in GraphGIS. Now save. You can see that the common raster format here is GeoTIFF. There are others. It depends on what you want. There are lots and lots of them, even AOIS, SGI, but the most common is GeoTIFF or TIFF. So I retain that, which is was selected automatically. Now creation. Do you want to create something extra? I'm not really interested in the creation of anything. I'm not interested in printing. Optional, no. Commands, we'll get there. But what are the possibilities with creation? Do not write GDAL standard color table. Do not write standard metadata. Well, if you select this, it will exclude something, so it's unselected, so I'll leave all of these as is. And then just click run. And now it has exported that into the folder that I have. Come back, select the second geomorphons. I've already selected exported the landform. Let me export the geomorphons. Anambra BB geomorphons. Let's copy this. In this case, since I'm already in that folder, I may not need to browse and go back. I can already see that the link is there. I can simply go to the end where I have the names, type in the name of the file in question, maybe add underscore BB, and then run. It has already exported that. I go back again. I've exported landform, geomorphons, relief. I have no express use for the relief per se because I'm already done with it, but let me still export the relief, the 4510, the one that I used to generate the geomorphons. And now this time around, ignore the number and just call it Anambra BB relief over here. Replace with the relief and run. Done. Come back again, select the next. All this relief I have no use for. Now, Anambra BB dem, I already have the dem intact somewhere. Anambra, or rather slope percent. Slope percent, yes, I need that. So, Anambra slope PC class. This is a class, the slope class. Let's call this Anambra BB slope PC class. Anambra BB slope PC slope percent class. Run that. Go back to required. Now the next in line there of slope PC class is done. Now slope degree class. Let me save this one as slope degree class. Now Anambra BB slope degree DG class. Run. Required again. Get back to Anambra BB slope. Okay, slope class. Now Anambra BB slope. But ideally, basically just browse the location and then type in the name. But like I said, I can do it this way and not make mistakes. If you can't really do it the way I'm doing, you better go about browse and then type in and then do the saving to avoid mixing things up. So run, go back to required, slope percent, call this slope PC, run, get back. Am I not yet done? So taking care of slope percent, BB slope. I think I've recorded BB slope, Anambra BB slope. Double, well, whatever. Anambra BB dem. So basically, I think we're done with the export of the raster data. So you're close. Now we have 3 vector data to export. Go back to file, export. Meanwhile, you can still import the same way, but of course we are exporting this time around. So export export raster, export vector. When you select export vector, you still have other vector formats to export, but export on as a common export format. So stream 2500 is automatically selected here. So let's start with that. So browse, not, I won't want to save it in raster. Let's go to the vector and define output here. So open, what am I saving? Anambra BB stream 2500. Save. Don't change this format, it's the Geo package. I've tried with the GrassGIS 7.8 some time ago to export typically as a S3 shapefile because you have lots of formats. You still find S3 shapefile here. If you saturate, you scroll up. S3 shapefile. I've tried that before in 7.8. It didn't work out. So basically, I just continued exporting in the default setting, which is Geo package. When I import in QGIS, I can always convert to from Geo package to S3 shapefile and then work from there. So click run. Run. Now it's done. You select the second one, which is 10,000 here. Take the name, copy, maybe highlight and drag to the end to see this. And of course, just run again. Done. Come back. Select the third one. Maybe take the name, or if you don't, just come back here. The difference is remove 10 and add 5,000, and then run again. So basically, this is how you export both raster and vector data into a format that other GIS application can use. So having done that, you close this window, and of course you're done. So we'll commence in QGIS again, where we now import all these data that we've generated, and of course continue from there. Thanks for staying around.